This is NBC5 News at 10 on Cozi.
The city of Ashland covering many bases in its annual town hall tonight at SOU. Thanks for choosing NBC5 News at 10 on Cozi. I'm Jenna King. Just a few hours ago, interim city manager Sabrina Cotta joined Mayor Tanya Graham in hosting the event. That's our top story tonight at 10. The meeting celebrated last year's achievements within the different city departments and outlined what changes Ashland can expect moving into the new year. Mayor Tanya Graham says she's confident the city can meet its goals in 2024.
All committees and commissions have entered 2024 with thoughtful and ambitious work plans to help us meet our goals and make real progress in the new year.
Award ceremonies also took place for two prominent city volunteers, and the event ended the night with a raffle. Attendees of the event say they're optimistic for the new year and shared what makes Ashland so special to them.
One of my favorite things about living here are experiencing the beautiful seasons of Ashland.
Incredibly exceptional community in the Rogue Valley. It's great for families, young families, and if we can make it more affordable, it'll be even better.
The two-hour-long meeting also focused on volunteer opportunities and the importance of community connection. Mayor Graham says she wants the community involved in making improvements to Ashland moving forward. Over to politics. Measure 110 is expected to be one of the hottest topics at next month's upcoming legislative session. State Democrats released a framework for revising 110 this week, including recriminalizing drug possession. NBC5's Derek Strom spoke to politicians on both sides of the aisle today and has a story.
They would like to have it not completely repealed, but to continue to use the Measure 110 money to get people into treatment.
A committee led by the Senate Majority Leader Kate Lieber released a framework for revising the controversial Measure 110. That includes changing the consequences for being caught with a user amount of any drug, which is currently a Class E violation, which could lead to a $100 ticket at most. The new proposal would change that to a Class C misdemeanor, which carries up to 30 days in jail and a $1,250 fine.
I get people saying to me, repeal the whole thing, go back to what we had before. That's not going to happen. And I got folks contact me, don't do anything to it. It hasn't had time to work yet. Treatment takes a long time to show the benefits. That's not going to happen.
With the legislative session starting February 5th, Republicans say they're going to release their plan to revise Measure 110 this week. Representative Kim Wallen would like to see the penalty for possession changed to a Class A misdemeanor.
The failure of it to get people motivated to get into treatment, it just hasn't been there. In that first year, I think 8 people called the hotline from Jackson County. So it just doesn't, it's not working. So we have to have some teeth.
Senator Jeff Golden agrees there needs to be stronger incentives to start treatment, which includes making treatment more available, but he wants to make sure the goal is getting people into treatment rather than criminalization.
My concern is repeating the mistake of the war on drugs for 30, 40 years, where a violation like personal possession would go on somebody's record. That person would have trouble for the rest of his life getting decent employment, decent housing.
Golden says he agrees with his fellow Democrats' proposal to allow anyone charged with possession to avoid the charge if they complete a behavioral health screening and caseworker intervention. Wallen says both parties will be working together throughout the upcoming session to revise the measure.
There is a lot of common ground. There really is. But there are pieces that we don't agree with. One thing I would say that I strongly disagree with is the idea of what's called harms reduction.
And new research from the U.S. Geological Survey is helping identify earthquake risk. The USGS's latest data can be seen in this color-coded map detailing looming earthquake risks over the next 100 years. Our area sits anywhere between 5% risk to 95% risk. In the report, California and Alaska were identified as being at a high risk for greater shaking in the decades ahead. This Friday will mark the anniversary of the last Cascadia subduction zone earthquake. That quake was a 9.0 magnitude in the year 1700. The USGS is predicting that there is about a 37% chance of a mega thrust earthquake of 7.1 plus magnitude in the Cascadia Fault Zone within the next 50 years. Interesting stuff there. NBC5 Chief Meteorologist Matt Jordan is here with a first look at that forecast. Hey, Matt.
Yeah, a little easier to forecast than earthquakes, but not the easiest to forecast. The weather out there right now, just on again, off again, showers, very scattered nature to the showers today. And Medford has actually been one of the focus areas of the rainfall moving on through. Again, not the heaviest, but it's been pretty consistent with a little bit of sunshine at times and then a decent amount of rainfall. Seeing that right about now through the Medford area. In particular, we've seen some heavier showers out by the airport, whereas not so much in the town proper itself. And that's added up to some decent rainfall amounts for the airport itself compared to other areas, but still plenty of potential showers. And I'm not just talking the Medford area, just about everybody still likely to see a shower here or there as we continue through tonight into very early tomorrow morning. Then we'll start to clear things out. Medford, though, 47 degrees. That's about a 0-degree change from this time yesterday. And when I say scattered showers, I mean it. A few thunder strikes, lightning strikes out there, I should say, off the coast of Curry County. We've had a decent amount in areas of Coos County as well. Some stronger storms bringing some of that heavier rainfall. In terms of snowfall, pretty high up there in elevation, so you got to go up to about Crater Lake and above to see it coming down and sticking around as snow. Add up the numbers and you can see areas like Medford over 1/3 of an inch, Grants Pass about 1/4 of an inch, and about 1/4 as well for Klamath Falls. A good amount even for this time of year. We'll add to that as we head towards the weekend, but before that happens, temperatures in the 30s and 40s for much of the area, 50s out on the coast. As I mentioned, a little bit of a calmer day for your Thursday before things pick up again into the weekend. More on that in just a few minutes. Till then, Jenna, back to you.
Matt, thank you. Josephine County Sheriff's Office made an arrest in connection with 2 stolen vehicles. Deputies attempted to conduct a traffic stop Tuesday on 2 stolen vehicles on Fish Hatchery Road when they increased speeds to get away. One vehicle got away while the other crashed, making a turn. It tried to get away, and the sheriff's deputy shot out at tire. The driver, 32-year-old Isa Martinson Squire, is facing a slew of charges, including unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, recklessly endangering another person, and unlawful use of a weapon. And a local woman was arrested after multiple search warrants were served to multiple locations in Klamath Falls. According to the Klamath Falls Police Department, 37-year-old Ashley Childress was arrested yesterday for distributing fentanyl in Klamath Falls since 2023. Police say they seized more than 2 pounds of fentanyl, about half a pound of methamphetamine, counterfeit pills containing fentanyl, 33 firearms, and cash. Childress is facing multiple charges, including unlawful delivery and possession of controlled substances. And a new bike lane on Medford's Main Street are now open to riders, and not everyone's happy about it. The addition of the bike lanes were a part of a plan that was developed years ago to revitalize the city. Before construction took place, the city had no dedicated bike lanes in the downtown area. In order to create the bike paths, the city had to take space from the existing road, specifically from one of the 3 traffic lanes. According to business managers in the area we spoke with, the transition hasn't been as easy.
Parking has been a nightmare for our customers. There's not a whole lot of parking around the block, and that makes it even more harder to kind of get a spot.
The city of Medford tells us that contrary to public opinion, the number of parking spots has not decreased due to the project. In the past, the city told us the Main Street project might be an adjustment for drivers. And a Klamath Falls teen was given the first ever Badger of Honor this week for an act of citizenship back in December. Klamath Community College says Mason Rice, who attends Ponderosa Middle School, helped provide a family in need with a Christmas tree last month. A video made about the tree donation then went viral with over 500,000 views. KCC staff became aware of what Rice did and decided to award him not only with the Badger of Honor, named after KCC's mascot, but also with a new BMX bike. KCC says a new award will continue to be given to those who go above and beyond to serve the community. Coming up on NBC5 News at 10 on Cozi, the Trump and Biden campaigns are in a full-scale pivot to the general election after the former president's win. Why Nikki Haley says not so fast. Plus, Oregon's climate protection program, one of the most aggressive in the nation, was ruled invalid. Where the program stands when we come back.
Download the NBC5 News and Weather app, sponsored by Rogue Community College. Find your path.